Hello, I'm Commander Josh Haynes with the Payson Police Department. In this video, I will be providing information regarding an incident classified as an in-custody death that occurred on Saturday, May 20th, 2023. Viewers should be warned that this video contains images or language that could be disturbing to some, including a human death. Viewer discretion is strongly advised. On the evening of Saturday, May 20th, shortly before 10:45 p.m., a Payson police officer conducted a traffic stop on a white Ford pickup truck occupied by 3 male subjects for traveling at 70 miles per hour in a 55 mile per hour zone. This stop was conducted near milepost 255 on Highway 260. During his initial contact with the driver, the officer observed an open alcohol container inside of the vehicle. The driver of the vehicle was identified as 45-year-old James Gardiner of Louisiana. Mr. Gardiner, the officer who stopped him, and the 2 passengers in the vehicle had a cordial conversation.
How you doing, man? Sir? Hey, Officer from Payson Police. I'm stopping for 70 and a 55. Do you have a driver's license, registration, insurance card with you?
I'm going to have to call my dad to get the insurance information, so I'll email.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Any weapons or anything in here?
Oh, no, sir, no.
Okay.
I'm just trying to help them take this here because we're homeless and here's what it is.
Okay. That's good. You're good, man.
Other Payson police officers were working an interagency DUI task force detail funded by the Governor's Office of Highway Safety. The officer who initially stopped the vehicle requested one of these officers to respond and conduct a DUI investigation of Mr. Gardiner based on his observations. Once the second officer arrived on scene, he was briefed by the initial officer on the reason for the traffic stop and what had been observed in the vehicle upon contact with the driver. The second officer then asked Mr. Gardiner to exit the vehicle. This was done so that the officer could safely conduct field sobriety tests and determine if Mr. Gardiner's ability to safely operate his vehicle was impaired by alcohol or any other substance. During the investigation, Mr. Gardiner admitted to consuming alcohol earlier in the day and to using recreational marijuana a few days prior. However, he denied using any prescribed or illegal drugs. The investigating officer then performed horizontal gaze nystagmus, which is often the first test administered in a DUI investigation, and he observed clues of impairment in Mr. Gardiner.
Hello, how are you?
Registration, I guess?
All right.
Yep.
So who's been drinking in the car? Just you? Have you been drinking at all? Nothing?
I'm just bringing them up the road because they said we can go to stores.
Can I have you put the cigarette out? Can I have you just step out for real quick?
Yes, sir, yeah.
I want to make sure you're good to go and I'll get you on your way.
Yes, sir, yeah, thank you.
All right.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to get the insurance, though.
No worries on that. Go ahead, just set that phone on the driver's seat. All right, and then go ahead and put your cigarette out for me.
You want any of my insurance stuff, too?
Nope, don't worry about that. All right. All right, we'll walk back to the second car, all right? So no alcohol at all for you tonight?
No, I mean, I had to drink way earlier, a couple hours ago.
About what time was that?
3, 4, 2 o'clock, whatever it was. Yeah, I'm just letting these people out, dude.
Yeah, no worries. All right, what I want you to do, we'll step down here.
Yeah.
Go ahead, I'll have you face me this way just so we're not looking that way. Go ahead, turn your hat around backwards for me.
Okay.
What's your name?
James Wren Gardiner.
Okay. Go ahead, stand with your feet together, hands down by your sides. Face me. Face me. Turn
Okay,
all, yep. All right. Do you have any head or eye conditions? No. All right. Any prescription medication usage?
No.
Any illegal drug usage?
No.
Any marijuana usage?
Recreational, yes.
All right. When's the last time you used marijuana?
Actually, I haven't smoked for a few days.
A few days? Okay. Are you wearing contacts?
No.
All right. Let's see. Can you see this green light?
Yes, sir.
What I want you to do is keep your head still, follow your eyes, and your eyes only with the green light, all right? Do you normally have 2 different pupil sizes?
I guess. I don't know.
Just keep it still for me. Ah, there we go. Now that the left eye was just a little.
They better now?
Yep.
I do get a twitch on this side.
Okay, yeah, no, your left
Yes,
eye was
sir,
just a little squinting a little bit. All right, just keep your head still. Follow that with your eyes and your eyes only. All right. Keep your head still for me, okay?
Oh, head still. Okay.
Yeah. Keep your head still. Keep your body still, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Keep your head still. If it helps, put your hands like this. Just put your hands like that. Yep. Just to help keep your head still. All right.
Am I doing it right?
Yeah, you're still moving your head a little bit. All right.
Supposed to be watching that.
Yeah.
You trying to hypnotize me?
No, we're almost done. Almost done.
Yes, sir.
So how much did you have to drink earlier?
I just had a couple of drinks, dude. But it's hours ago, man.
About what
I told you 2 or 3, man. I mean, I went and ate, doing pizza. These people, they're homeless. I'm
helping them out.
They're just trying to be nice, be a nice guy, dude. And fucking, they're going. She said it was going 70. I'm like, what happened? 70?
And
After HGN was completed, Mr. Gardiner walked to a flat surface on the roadway to start the next test. Before the investigating officer could give Mr. Gardiner further instructions, he suddenly began to stagger and then fell forward onto the asphalt, striking his face on the ground. The officer administering the field sobriety test immediately requested medical assistance for the driver and made sure that he was placed in the recovery position. The second officer on scene, the one who'd initially made the traffic stop, also immediately assisted with rendering aid to Mr. Gardiner. Officers attempted sternal rubs to see if he would regain consciousness and ensured that he had a pulse.
Yes, sir. Where'd you said you had pizza?
Yeah, we had pizza at the right across the road by Bashes. $27 one game.
Okay, that's not too bad. I'd like to run you through a couple more tests. Do you have any condition that would prevent you from walking, turning, or balancing on one leg?
Shouldn't.
No, shouldn't.
Outside the mountain out here.
Yeah, we'll go up here, though, okay? I'm gonna have this car up.
Go ahead.
Just wait right here for me, all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
You all right? Up. Go ahead, roll medical. Someone's passed out. Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy. You turned over?
Let's go to Trail Hando. Go ahead.
Can you unlock your car, please? I got it.
Go ahead, roll medical.
61, roll medical, QRC. We have,
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
When the sternal rubs were unsuccessful, the investigating officer obtained his medical kit from his patrol vehicle. Being concerned that Mr. Gardiner may have been suffering from some type of drug overdose, the officer administered Narcan to him. Narcan is a medication designed to help reverse the effects of an opioid overdose. All Payson police officers are trained in the administration of Narcan, And, in accordance with best practices, officers will administer Narcan any time that they suspect an opioid overdose. The Narcan did not appear to have any immediate effect, so officers made sure that Mr. Gardiner remained in the recovery position while awaiting the arrival of medical personnel. And they continued to monitor his pulse and his breathing.
6. So far, if you can let fire know, he's bleeding from the nose. He hit his head pretty good. That's what I'm getting hurt, man. He's still unresponsive.
Have a pulse?
Yeah, he was smart for a second. So. Yep.
Do you hear me, James? He smacked the ground once.
Yeah.
Also urinated.
Yeah, his a little small, but
Guy in the back.
he what?
Yes.
Yeah. I'll push Narcan just in case.
Yeah. Keep your eyes on those two in the truck.
Hey, you alright?
One in the bed, one in the cab. I'm just gonna have them step out.
While the first two officers were attending to Mr. Gardiner, and after the fire department arrived on scene to take over his medical treatment, additional officers spoke with the passengers of the pickup truck, trying to obtain information about Mr. Gardiner, any medical conditions he may have, and anything he may have consumed. Officers told the two passengers that they were not concerned with the criminal investigation, but needed the information to help save Mr. Gardiner's life. The passengers provided information about the driver's prior drug use, but denied any knowledge of drug use that evening.
Hey man, so you're, what's his name? Yeah, driver. James. So James just totally passed out, like 100% full on, just fell over. You guys aren't in any trouble, but just because we're going to be dealing with that for a minute, would you mind just stepping out for a second? Hello sir, I'm not sure if you heard me. Did you hear what I was saying? Yeah, so James just totally passed out, like
Just now?
totally fell over. So you guys aren't in any trouble, but we are going to be dealing with that for a second. So would you mind stepping? I guess they were just talking, and then all of a sudden just full on fell over. So has he been using tonight?
No.
Guys, let me tell you, at this point, it's not a matter of police, it's a matter of his medical well-being in life, right?
Yeah.
So if he has been using, it's good for us to know so that they can take care of it.
Yeah.
I know you guys, I know you have used in the past. Like I said, this is not a police-related thing, this is his life we're talking about. So if he's been using, or if you guys have been using tonight, now is the time to let us know.
If he did or not.
You don't know? What's his drug of choice? Is it fentanyl?
Long time ago, yeah.
Long time ago? What has he been using recently? And again, guys, I need to know for his, you know.
I don't know.
You're not sure?
No.
Okay. Is it M30s, the blues? Not sure?
Not sure.
Okay.
Once medical personnel arrived on scene, they began to tend to Mr. Gardiner. A short time later, Mr. Gardiner stopped breathing. Officers and emergency medical personnel conducted CPR on scene, and Mr. Gardiner was transported to a local hospital where he was pronounced deceased. This matter was investigated by Payson police detectives, as are all unusual deaths. The night of the incident, detectives contacted the Gila County Attorney's Office as well as the Office of the Medical Examiner. A search warrant was served on Mr. Gardiner's vehicle, and the search produced drugs and paraphernalia. One of the passengers was arrested for drug-related charges. Additionally, an internal investigation was initiated, as is standard practice for any in-custody death. Mr. Gardiner's death is considered an in-custody death, even though there was no physical altercation between him and the officers, and even though he was never placed under arrest. This is because he was the suspect in a traffic stop and was not free to leave the scene. The internal investigation examined whether or not the officers followed state and federal law and the policies of the police department. It was determined that there had been no wrongdoing by officers. The autopsy of Mr. Gardiner determined his cause of death to be dilated cardiomyopathy and his manner of death to be an accident. The report also cites substance use as being a contributing factor to his death. Of note, fentanyl was not located in Mr. Gardiner's system. With the conclusion of the Payson Police Department's investigation, the case will be submitted to the Gila County Attorney's Office for review. Thank you for your time.